here are my top 5 quarterbacks for the 2019 NFL Draft as of right now. So Justin Herbert shocked some by announcing the fact he's going to stay in Eugene and stay in college for one more year. That clearly affects this draft class of quarterbacks. I think that it affects Dwayne Haskins more than anybody, because right now Dwayne Haskins is going to be my number 1 quarterback on the board entering the bowl season. We'll see what happens. He hasn't declared officially, but right now his body of work over the last 3 or 4 games has been outstanding. What he did against Michigan, against man coverage, tight window throws, against one of the best pass defenses in the country, was nothing short of spectacular. He was terrific. He followed that up with a great performance against Northwestern. He's unflappable. He's gotten better as the season has gone on. He's become a much better leader. I think he's gotten the system as far as an intellectual and from an intellectual standpoint, understanding the game. That's been much better. Speaking with Ryan Day, his offensive coordinator, he says Dwayne every single week does something a little bit better, and he never makes the same mistake twice. For those reasons, I think Dwayne's going to be the top prospect, and likely he'll come out into the NFL draft. At number 2, I'm going to go with Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock's got a lot of special characteristics. I think he's a talented player. Now, this is a position that could be in flux, because right now my 3rd guy is going to be Kyler Murray, and there's a lot of assumptions along with that. First of all, it means that Kyler played well in the Orange Bowl. If he did, I think he goes. If he didn't, maybe he goes and plays baseball. But for me, Kyler is a guy that is and should be in the middle of the first round for the NFL. There's a few reasons why. First and foremost, the air raid system has produced a lot of great players that are now young quarterbacks in the National Football League, like Jared Goff, Pat Mahomes, Baker Mayfield. So that system is starting to translate. You're seeing young quarterbacks like Mitchell Trubisky and Deshaun Watson. You've got Darnold, Lamar Jackson, all having success. Darnold has had a tremendous rookie season with the Jets. You see young players having success. And we've also seen short guys out there. You got Breeze and Wilson and Case Keenum all having success in the National Football League. So these are reasons why I think Kyler Murray is going to have higher value this year than he would have 5, 6, 7 years ago in the NFL draft process. At number 4, Daniel Jones from Duke. Here's a guy who has not been mentioned a lot, but he's a really good prospect, and there's quietly some good buzz about Daniel Jones within NFL circles. He's a good player. He's obviously a smart kid coming from Duke. He's got a lot of intangibles, and I like what I see from him. And then number 5 for me is Will Grier. I think that battle between he and Daniel Jones for that 4 or 5 spot is going to be really fierce. Right now, I'm going to go with Jones only because I was not a huge fan of Will Grier skipping his bowl game. I actually think that's going to hurt him in the process being a quarterback. It's not the same as being a running back or an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman or a wide receiver or a defensive back. As a quarterback, one of the things you've got to prove is that you're not only going to be the alpha, but you're going to be there for your team. You have to be the leader of the locker room, and to do that, you can't sit out games even if it's a meaningless bowl game. So for that reason, I've got Will Grier at number 5. I think he's a tremendous player, but that's the top 5 quarterbacks for me as of now leading into this year's NFL draft.